I think, is why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the answer?
Do you mind?
I would like for you to answer the question.
Okay, it's very simple to answer.
That's why I asked it.
It's very simple to, you're a nasty person, I'll tell you.
When they went to the Capitol and they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers, why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it
out. Trump pulled out receipts. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get you one of these Trump shirts. I made a special discount code just for this shirt, just because I'm talking about Trump, and I know a lot of you guys still want to wear and proudly support Trump with Trump merch. So put CNN sucks with an S on the end. CNN sucks, and you'll get 30% off this shirt alone. You can't use the code for anything else but this particular shirt to support Donald Trump. Like and subscribe to the channel. Really, the most important thing is that you like the video. Like the video. Hit the like button. Hit it. Like. If you're watching it, I don't care if you like it or not. Hit the like button so this video can grow in the algorithm. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump. Let me tell you what my concerns were initially. My concerns were that Donald Trump was going to go on to CNN and they were going to set him up for the twist. They're going to put the man out there, make him look bad, embarrass all the Trump supporters, and that was their goal. And sometimes when you are on a particular show or doing a town hall, that is their mission, is to embarrass you and make you look bad. And I think the lack of personal, I'll say intelligence, I wouldn't say personal intelligence, but observing the fact that y'all are actually wrong in this leads them to do stupid stuff like bring this man on a stage and let him just dog y'all, which I think is good for us. But they were, with the false bravado that they have, they thought they were going to bring Trump up here and make him look bad. He ended up trashing them in the most epic way that I have seen Trump do against CNN. Finally had his time. Let's watch the clip. I don't need to say more.
Race. If you are the Republican nominee and you are in that 2024 race, will you commit tonight to accepting the results of the 2024 election?
Yeah, if I think it's an honest election, absolutely, I would.
Will you commit to accepting the results of the election regardless of the outcome?
You want me to answer it again? If I think it's an honest election, I would be honored to. And right now, we are so far ahead of both Democrat and Republican. And you know what? If I don't win, this country is going to be in big trouble. It's so sad to see what's happening.
But no commitment there on the accepting the results regardless of the outcome.
If it's an honest election, correct. I will.
Okay, so not committing to accepting the 2024 election results.
Lady, you asked to be asked and answered the question. Every president should be saying what Trump is saying. If it's honest, you're just going to accept somebody doing something they ain't supposed to do. You just accept it. Just stop doing that. Come on, Trump, get her.
Or acknowledging what happened in 2020. President Trump, I want to thank you for back to what happened on that day.
You said you weren't. He did not say that.
He has testified that, Mr. President.
He did not say that.
But you said you weren't very involved that day. You did tell your supporters to come to Washington. You tweeted about it, about that speech that happened on the rally.
Am I allowed to say that?
When they went to the Capitol and they were breaking into the Capitol, smashing windows, injuring police officers, why did it take you 3 hours to tell them to go home?
I don't believe it did. Oh, let me pull it out. I have to pull it out.
Trump be pulling out the facts on them. I love it.
So if you look at on January 5th, the day before, I said, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They are truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. Stay peaceful. This was the day before, and this was in the form of Twitter. Now use Truth Social. I think it's far superior, okay? I hope everybody's on Truth. If you look January 6th, this is before 2:30. I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. This is right after, as it was happening. But what happened is they took it down I don't know why. I think they took it down because it was so good. They didn't like it being up there. I am asking, and we didn't know until I got it back, because now I have 90 million people waiting for me to go back, but I'm on truth and I'm staying on truth. Listen, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violation. We want no violation. We want no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. That was at 2:30. That was very early.
Mr. President, I looked at the same timeline that you did.
No, I know, but you didn't report that. You know why? Because it was
We did report it. Wayne Byer is a retired attorney from North Conway. He has previously served
her. Pulled out the facts on her. I read the same timeline. No, you didn't. He just told you. What are y'all even talking about at this point? He just showed you in writing that he said peaceful and respect law enforcement. That's why he ain't going to jail over it. Because you can't prove that he did that.
Republican administrations. He volunteered for the Republican Party in the 2022 midterms. He voted for you in 2020. What's your question for the president, Wayne?
Thank you for coming, Mr. President.
Thank you, Wayne.
My question to you is, will you pardon the January 6 rioters who were convicted of federal offenses?
I am inclined to pardon many of them. I can't say for every single one, because a couple of them probably they got out of control, but you know, when you look at Antifa, what they've done to Portland, and if you look at Antifa, look at what they've done to Minneapolis and so many other places. Look at what they did to Seattle and BLM. Many people were killed. These people, I'm not trying to justify anything, but you have two standards of justice in this country, and what they've done, and I love that question, because what they've done to so many people is nothing. And then what they've done to these people, they've persecuted these people. And yeah, my answer is I am most likely, if I get in, I would say it will be a large portion of them. You know, they did and it'll be very early on. And they're living in hell right now.
So when it comes
to
pardons,
they're living in hell. And they're policemen, and they're firemen, and they're soldiers, and they're carpenters and electricians, and they're great people. Many of them are just great people.
Can you say if you want?
There you go. Everybody had a question about whether Trump was going to pardon the people in January 6. He said he was. And then he said not everybody, because some of them are nut jobs, which is clear.
Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done. I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done. You need the power of the presidency to do it.
But you won't say that you want Ukraine to win. You
know what I'll say? I'll say this. I want Europe to put up more money, because they're in for 20 billion. We're in for 170, and they should be, and they should equalize.
This is why we voted for him the first time, because the surface level of disingenuous media is that who do you want to win? Well, that's irrelevant. How about we point out the fact that they aren't doing their fair share, and they should be contributing. We getting screwed. See, she worried about politics. Trump is worried about the people. Anyway.
They have plenty of money. They should equalize. I got with NATO,
but
when I sat down, I got them to put up hundreds of billions of dollars that they weren't paying under Obama and Bush and all of these other presidents. That's why they're able to help them fight the war, because of the money I got. But I want Europe.
What's happening in Ukraine,
I want Europe to put up more money, because they're laughing at us. They think we're a bunch of jerks. We're spending $170 billion for faraway land, and they're right next door to that land, and they're in for 20. I don't think so.
When it comes to what's back to CNN's Republican presidential town hall with former President Trump, we have a lot more voters' questions, I should note, in here in New Hampshire to get to. But I also want to talk about some of the other investigations that you're facing. We talked about others at the top, but one of those is the special counsel's investigation into classified documents that were found at Mar-a-Lago. Why did you take those documents with you when you left the White House?
I had every right to under the Presidential Records Act. You have the Presidential Records Act. I was there, and I took what I took, and it gets declassified. Biden, on the other hand, he has 1,850 boxes. He had boxes sent to Chinatown, where they don't speak even English in that Chinatown we're talking about.
I got to stop you right there.
Nobody talks about him. They talk about us. Just so you understand, I had every right to do it. I didn't make a secret of it. You know, the boxes were stationed outside of the White House. People were taking pictures of the GSA and the various people.
I got to stop you right there,
that
though,
were
because the
moving.
Presidential Records Act, which is not well known to a lot of people, I read it. It does not say that you can take documents with you. It says actually that they are the property of the federal
It says you talk,
government.
you negotiate, you make a deal. It's not criminal, by the way. The Presidential Records Act is not criminal.
That's why I love him. Now, we just put a couple clips together. Y'all go watch the whole thing. Of course, it was probably about an hour worth of stuff. But Donald Trump, I think, did an incredible job at being himself. This is the Donald Trump that I like to see. Because when he is faced against the fake mainstream people, they get embarrassed because he goes beyond the surface level ideas of, do you want to win? Ukraine or the other people? It's like, no. There's something bigger here. It's not even relevant what I want. What's best for the country? You may personally want this side to win, this side. It's like he wants people to stop being killed on both sides. And then also, people need to start contributing. If we really care about this war and we really care about winners and losers, then why are nobody else putting the money up that we're putting up? It's really that simple. She tried to get him on the whole January 6th. He read the text. She didn't come back that he said that. You know, it's crazy to me. And of course they picked a woman to do it, you know, because they wanted to have girl power. But she pooed the bed on this one, to be honest. She poo-pooed in the bed. And now she need to go home and change her diapers. Donald Trump for the win on this. Let me know what you think about if you've watched the whole thing. I started to do it, but I'm like, they're going to end up banning my channel if he says something they ain't supposed to say. So I just picked some clips for you guys to watch just to get a synopsis of how this actually went. So if you want to watch more of it, you could probably watch it somewhere else. However, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? Did you think Trump did a good job? You think he failed? Or do you not care whatsoever? Anyway, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Get you one of these shirts. 30% off if you put in CNN sucks. CNN sucks. 30% off this shirt. Love you. See you on the next one. I'm out.